Yeah, boy, the man J to the city with the number 20. Yo, let's go. Okay, let's do it. So, this video is specifically on Josh Rosen and the 49ers. So, the thing about Josh Rosen and the 49ers is a blessing. I want to say blessing in disguise. It is a blessing that this boy, the man, this boy, the man, my guy, Josh Rosen, you know, got signed to the 49ers. Because, ladies and gentlemen, don't ever take this for granted. Josh Rosen's going to be there for the foreseeable future. Okay? I don't know if they keep Jimmy G, but if they keep Jimmy G, then I can assure you that Josh Rosen, I'm literally, they don't need to draft anybody else. They don't, unless they just want to shore up that third string spot. Because if I was them, I would cut CJ Beathard and I would cut Nick Mullins. Okay? CJ Beathard's I want to say a game manager that's just not elite, never going to be elite. Nick Mullins, thus far this season, has been a turnover prone machine, etc. And so on. And dare I say, I am too when I don't play smart, you know. But trust me, I know how to thread the needle, I know how to throw people open, but you get the point. Not about me here. So here's how it goes. It really is. I love Josh Rosen. He got a bad rap with Cardinals. They screwed him. He got a bad rap with Miami. They screwed him. But Miami's prospering. Actually, they're both prospering. You know, from the bad rap, they're both prospering from it. You know, but I definitely think that it's really dumb because I wouldn't say they're prospering because they screwed them, but they're still prospering because I guess you could say they made a few other good personality decisions elsewhere that that just said they didn't need the insurance policy of Josh Rosen. I guess you could say, Cardinals are doing phenomenal with how they built their roster. Miami's doing great. And God bless my brother Leighton Toby. I would love to become a Dolphins fan because my Jaguars stink. But I promise you, I'd rather have Orlando get a team. I don't care when it is. I just want Orlando to get a team so I can support them from the ground up. And that can be my second Floridian hometown team. Okay? That's what it's like. And the reason why I say my second Floridian hometown team because Orlando is I've been to Orlando 20 plus times for Disney World. So I've been there a bunch. Let alone I've also been there just for, shopping and travel and so on, So I want people to totally understand that. I've been to Orlando countless times, plenty of times, to where Orlando is my second Floridian home. And with that being said, I got a lot of love for Orlando, and I absolutely want Orlando to get a NFL team, so I can, I really can support them from the grassroots and so on. I mean, really, so I can get a a a new Florida team that, because how do I put this? A new Florida team that feels authentic to me versus one that I feel like I'm just, you could say hyping on the bandwagon of. If I went to become a Miami fan, I'm not a Miami fan because it's grassroots. I'm a Miami fan just because I'm sick of the Jaguars. That's what it is. That's literally what it is. If I, and the Eagles, I'm not really a huge fan of the Eagles, but I like Jalen Hurts, so you got to get the point. Same thing with the Bengals, not a huge fan of the Bengals, but I like Joe Burrow, etc., etc. And I like Tua too, but if I can assure you that I wouldn't be I wouldn't be a Miami fan because I like Tua more so because I just am tired of my Jaguars, etc. But I really and I got the perfect name for Orlando's new NFL team if they ever get one, titled the Orlando Otters. You're probably wondering what guy's name he came up with that. It just randomly came up a couple days ago. I was trying to figure out another, trying to because they both start with the letter O. So I was trying to come up with the first thing, the best things. That's the first thing came to my mind was Otters, Orlando Otters. Uh, I'm just trying to spit that. I would love for Orlando to get a second team. They need a second team, or they need a team so they can fill Camping World Stadium, or all year round. So hopefully they get one because my Jaguars are garbage. And again, with the Jaguars, not the ownership. It's really just it's really just been the front office. The front office has been garbage. and so on. I mean, you literally had Gardner Minshew, and you wasted his time, you wasted his talent, you wasted Josh Dobbs' his time and talent, and look at where you got you. Now, I'm not against Trevor Lawrence or Justin Fields, but I promise you, I don't want either one. Not because I'm against them, I love them, but this was supposed to be Gardner's time, Gardner's year, Gardner's chance, Gardner's team, Jesus above all. His team. A young face of the franchise on a 6th-round rookie deal that makes it very expandable or expendable to build around him for years to come. But the Jaguars, with their I want to say inept self, couldn't even get that right. But you know what? Back to Josh Rosen and these 49ers. I'm getting very much off topic. The thing with Josh Rosen and these 49ers, if you check my Twitter account at NJ number 2 the city, I literally said that Sam Darnold should probably be traded over to the 49ers, which was the team that was either going to draft him or they're going to draft Josh Rosen. Out of the 2018 draft before they got Jimmy Garoppolo, because those were two California kids, two California kids right there that at the same time, you had two California kids that could play for a California team that needed a quarterback, let alone also at the time the Chargers that as well, vice versa, needed a successor, to Phillip Rivers. So either way it goes, one of them was gonna get drafted there, let alone one of them should have been drafted to a California team back then. But obviously, time has progressed. Justin Herbert's playing like he is, a young stud, pretty much he's pretty much either on the same level or close enough level, if not, well, whichever way you rank him and Josh Allen, they're both playing at phenomenal levels. That's the point. And Justin Herbert, that's the thing. You can be an introvert if you go out there and play like that. No one's going to care. If you play like that, no one's going to care because it's obvious you about your business. And maybe that might be a strength of yours to be an introvert because you're going out there throwing throwing dimes, throwing bullets, always on target, doing your job. If you play like Justin Herbert plays, it doesn't matter. Maybe being an introvert is your strength because you're attacking the field like a cannon, and it's amazing. It really is amazing. But just like what the Falcons have this year, you're not gonna tell me that the Falcons are gonna miss out on one of their two home state products, like similar to what the 49ers, if not the Chargers, had the opportunity to do in 2018, go after one of their California kids. I'm just saying, when you have two kids, two kids from the same state, come on, and your team is definitely in need of a quarterback, if not now, definitely for the foreseeable future as a successor, come on. How could you just miss out on that opportunity? So it really is the fact being, all glory be to God. Sam Darnold was the one I had said, hey, 49ers should trade for him. But by God's grace, they got the next best thing, in a young Josh Rosen now. So they got one of their two California kids. It just happened 2 years later, and it's okay. It really is okay. I want people to understand Josh Rosen is not a scrub, and Josh Rosen absolutely will be the future of the team. He's going to be the face of the franchise. Jimmy Garoppolo better just go sit down somewhere. Josh Rosen is the face of the franchise. Josh Rosen is from there. He's from California. He was a high school quarterback phenom and or just a highly recruited top quarterback in the state, and he also excelled in college. So think about it. Josh Rosen is tailor-made to go back home to California. He's tailor-made for this. Garoppolo, you're not. Plus, you're injury-prone. Plus, you throw too many picks, just like Nick Mullins does. So that's a big part of it. This is Josh's team now, and all glory, this couldn't have worked out better. But in his plan, we're all saved and here for a reason, etc. So by God's grace, you can look at my Twitter account. I said, thank you, Jesus, 4 times for the fact that Josh Rosen is now going to San Francisco, where he is undeniably the face of the franchise. Undeniably. And I'm not denying they might trade, they might draft. I'm not denying they might draft somebody else. And again, just to compete with them or just to do whatever, just to have somebody, else someone else young in there as a second string, third string. I don't know, but you get the point. Josh Rosen is the foresee. He is the future. He's the future in the face of the franchise. This is not no 2 game trial. He's gonna be there next year, and he's totally the future. Like, say Jimmy Garoppolo does stay there. Just say he does. Say Jimmy Garoppolo does stay there, and Jimmy Garoppolo goes out there next season and lays a few eggs consistently. Josh Rosen. Josh Rosen. Everyone will be calling him for it like they usually would. Same thing with Garner Minshew when Mike Lennon went out there and just performed horrible. And so on. Versus the I want to say that was versus the Titans, but I don't know who that was versus. I just know that it was versus the Titans, and it was bad. It was bad. But you get the point. Josh Rosen, he's the future. He's the face of the franchise. Go Josh Rosen, and so on. Now I don't know where Sam Darnold's going. Sam Darnold might stay, but I don't see that. I see that Carson Wentz is gonna trade colors of green, and he's probably gonna go there. But we'll see. Sam Darnold will go somewhere. It just, God, honestly, all depends on where. But you never know. He might stay, but I do believe Carson Wentz is going to go. I mean, this offseason is going to be super interesting because Carson Wentz is very evident. You're not the man anymore in Philly. You need to be gone. And Sam Darnold, you could still work out, but I would rather see Carson Wentz change colors of green to go compete there. And I don't see what everybody else is seeing when they say, "Oh, let Carson go to Indianapolis." Yes and no. Why I say no? Because I want to see Jacob Eason. I don't want to see Carson Wentz in Indianapolis. But at the same time, we'll see. And then, yeah, I mean, this offseason will be super, super riveting, super, super interesting. But yeah, San Francisco got one of their California kids and Josh Rosen, so that's the beauty of the madness, or the beauty behind the madness. That's a blessing from the heavens. They got one of their California kids, and they're and the one of and I'm telling you, and it's just the pavement is there, the groundwork is there. He's going back to red, if I'm not mistaken. It's just a different shade with the 49ers, and it's going to be beautiful. He is the future. He is the face of the franchise. They got one of their California kids like I predicted, like I wanted it to be. I just never thought it would be Josh Rosen, but all glory to God, it worked out perfectly. So now Sam Darnold doesn't have to, have that looming over his head, because I did tweet that out. Hey, good, y'all could get him. Y'all, that was one of your 2 California kids you could have got in 2018, before you traded for Jimmy. But we'll see. And Jalen, he's doing his thing. That's why I say, Carson, you're yesterday's news. You're out of there. And we'll totally see. We'll totally see. I mean, I think the Panthers. I don't see the Panthers drafting anybody, but we'll see. I mean, they gave Teddy a 3-year deal. They gave Phillip Walker his deal to be the backup, and they also got Will Greer. So I mean, I'm sorry, Panthers have 3 quarterbacks. They gotta find what works in one of them. If not 2 of them. Come on. But also Dak Prescott. If Dak Prescott, if he love him dearly, Dak Prescott needs to see. He needs to see the ride. He needs to hear what particularly what Steven and Jerry Jones are saying in the media, and he needs to realize the writing's on the wall. They're all lip service about being committed to you. They really don't care about you. You need to go somewhere else. Like I'm telling you, it really is like a battle, if not a war there between them two. Dak wants to stay there, but they don't want to pay him. Bro, you can't. You have to get hurt this past, this past. I think that was in October. Bro, you can't keep playing with fire here. You can't play on that franchise tag again. Can't bet on that again. You gotta go somewhere else. And my God, how great would it be for him to go to Washington in the same division? That's not gonna happen, because I don't think Dallas is that stupid enough to do that. Trade him to the same, trade him to a team in the same division. I don't think they're that dumb, because then that means he would be on a revenge tour for the rest of his career versus them. But we'll see. I got more takes coming soon. Your boy, man, NJ to the city. Peace.